Welcome to this lesson. We're going to take a look at letter writing. Formal letter. So I know most of you have written letters before. Maybe you have written a type of letter called informal letter, where you write to your friend, your relatives, and the likes. Okay. So I know you have a bit of information on letter writing. Okay, so the lesson is going to be short because it is meant just to mention some important points. Okay, so basically there are three types of letters. There is what is called a formal letter, there's what is called a semi-formal letter, and there's what is called an informal letter. Okay, so we're going to take a look at each of these as we go by, but in this video we're just going to concentrate on formal letter. So what is a formal letter? A formal letter is a letter written for business purposes only. Okay, so a formal letter is just business, nothing else. Okay. um what does it mean, writing just for business? Okay, whenever you're writing something that is meant to go to a business institution or a business establishment, such as a school, such as maybe it can be a government institution, just maybe normal business that you know. Whenever you're writing something like that, it's a business letter. It can be you writing, or it can be them writing to you. It's a business letter. Or it can be between businesses. It's a business letter. Okay. Or it can be someone commending you that you are good for a job and it's supposed to go to a company. Okay, it's a business. It's a business letter. Or it can be applying for a bursary, okay, or applying for a program at a university or college. That's a business letter. So long as you're not writing to your friend, it's a business letter. Okay, so here are just some tips that I need you to know about writing formal letters. So the first one is the language used should be formal and not friendly. The language used should be formal and not friendly. What does it mean? It means you can't use a language that has a tone or that uses words as if you're addressing your friend. You can't use words like cause, like I'm applying for this job cause I saw the advert. You can't use cause because cause is not a formal word. It's short for because, but it's not a formal word. Okay. um Also, you have to mention only important details. You can't be talking about for example, if you're applying for a job, you can't be talking about how you slept. Today before I wrote this letter I slept fine because I knew, had faith that you're going to give me this job. No, that's not relevant. Okay. Number three, it can be an application for a job, a response to someone applying for a job, a business request, like I said. Okay, applying for a bursary, applying for a program or a place at an institution. So all those can be formal letters. So let's take a look at a layout of a formal letter. So let me just write everything. Then, of course, the font is too small, so you can't see, but I'll take you through. Okay. What is important is just to know the layout, okay, or how it should look. So the on the far right corner here, you write your address. Okay. So this letter was between two companies. Okay. There's Blue Gum Tuitions and there's Starlight Limited. So Blue Gum Tuitions is the one who's writing this letter. So if you're the one who's writing the letter, you write your address here. Okay. um so this was of course the name of the company. Okay. So if sometimes, of course, these lines 1, 2, 3, 4, they constitute the address of the sender, the person who is sending. Okay, so if it's you applying for a job, of course you can write your house number here. If you don't have, of course, the post office, I mean the you don't have a post office address, so you can write your house number. Then after that, of course, it will be maybe house number 35, Bomber Street, Kitwe. Okay, so that's how it is. But if in this case it was a company, so of course this is the address of the company. Okay, then after your address, you have to skip a line. You have to skip a line, or if you are writing on a plain paper, you leave some space, then you write the date. Okay, you write the date. Okay, so now notice something. As I'm writing the address, line 1, after the end of line 1, you put a comma, then you go to the second line, a comma, third line, a comma. You continue doing that, and the last line should have a full stop. Of course, that is the name of the town, should have a full stop. Okay, that's how it is. First line, comma, second line, comma, third line, comma, and last line, full stop. Then you leave some space or skip a line, then you write the date. Now, the way you write the date, first, you have seen February. So after the month, you put a comma, then year. Of course, full stop at the end. I forgot to put the full stop. There should be a full stop here. Okay, so first, February, comma, you write the year, full stop. Okay, when you are done, you go now to the address of the receiver, the people you're writing to. Okay, so the way you structure the address of the receiver is you start with the title of the receiver, if you know. Okay, so if you know, you start with the title of the receiver. In this case, the title is sales manager, comma. Then now the address. This is the address, just like here. This is the address. Starlight Limited, comma, PO Box, comma, Lusaka, full stop. Same as here. Comma, 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 full stop. Comma, 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 full stop. Okay. After that, you go now, you leave, of course, a bit of space. Then you go now to addressing the receiver. So if you know that this receiver is a man, you of course use sir. If it's a woman, you use madam. Okay. If you don't know, use sir or madam. Dear sir stroke madam. We're going to see another example. Okay, in this case, the writer knew that the one who's going to receive, the sales manager, is a man. So dear sir. After dear sir, a comma. Okay, after that, you go to the heading. So this is where you write the reason for whatever you want to write. This is in the normal composition, the title. Okay, so you write REF or RE. Okay, others prefer RE. They say REF is not recommended, but it is debatable. It is debatable, not debatable. Yeah, so you write RE, then you write full colony, then you write in capital letters the title. In this, I was requesting, or the writer was requesting, for a quotation of 20 laptops. Okay, so request for a quotation of 20 laptops. If you're applying for a job, you say applying for a job as a security guard, for example. Okay, so after that, you start your introduction. Okay, in the introduction, you are going to mention, if of course it's a business letter, you're going to mention, I mean, if it's an application letter, you're going to mention where you saw the application. Was it in the newspaper? Was it on TV? Okay, so you have to let them know that this this letter I'm writing is because of something that I know. If, for example, you had discussed, they said, okay, you can send you can send a letter where you can mention things that you want. You can say with reference to the discussion we had, or with the, okay, you're just telling them that all this that is coming is because of something that happened, a discussion we had, an advert that was seen in newspaper, an advert that was seen on TV, okay, or a request you made. If it's them who made the request, they requested for something, then you have to write back to them. Okay, so with reference to the advertisement that has been running on your page as seen on 28th January 2024, Program Tuition is requesting for a laptop quotation. Okay, so you have said because of the advert that showed that they were selling laptops, so our company, Bugam, is requesting for a laptop quotation. Okay, once you give them the idea of what this write-up is all about, you go to second paragraph where now you start giving them the actual details. Bluegum is an e-learning platform specialized in individual tuitions for candidates that are preparing for G12 and GC examinations. Our learners are meant to use laptops of certain specifications in order to learn efficiently and effectively. So here, the writer decided to give them a background of the company that is writing to them so that they know about the company. Of course, if you are applying for a job, you have to introduce yourself. I'm a female aged 23, okay, who just completed grade 12, this and that, so that they know a bit of you or a bit about you. Okay, then the next paragraph, if there's any information, of course, I've skipped paragraphs due to space. I just wanted to teach you the layout. You can do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 paragraphs. Okay, what is important is to skip to the number of words you are expected to write, and also to make sure that you write what is important. You don't leave out points. Okay, because in an exam they'll give you points. Okay, so your job is to connect those points in the second and the rest of the paragraphs. Okay, the last paragraph is where, of course, you just close out everything. Okay, the last paragraph is here, but I want to read this second last paragraph. If there's any information that you may need to enhance the clarity of the aforementioned specifications, you can get in touch with us and inform us in time. Okay, then now to close, your quick response to this application would be highly appreciated. Okay, then the last is to sign off here. Okay, so at the bottom here you have to sign off. So if it's a formal letter, you have to use faithfully. Don't use sincerely and lovely and such. Yours lovely, no, we don't use that in formal letter. Yours faithfully. Then you write your signature here. Then you write your name here. Okay, yours faithfully, signature. Of course, after phase 3, don't forget a comma. Okay, you have seen a comma after phase 3. I hope you can see. Then signature, then you write your name. Okay. So another quick example here. Okay, it's just the same. Just want to highlight some issues. Let's say you don't have an idea who's going to receive your letter. You just know maybe the company, but you don't even know the title of the person. You don't know if it's human resource. You don't know if it's managing director. You write to whom it may concern. To whom it may concern. So you change here. Then of course here it has to be dear sir stroke madam, because you don't know if it's a man or a woman. Okay, so that's what I wanted to show here. Otherwise, sorry for that noise. Otherwise, this marks the end of the lesson. I'll see you in the next lesson.